Hello everyone, I am Julian Morris with the Channel 5 News. In the headlines, Dominica puts in place an OECD Global Forum working group in response to the country's listing as an uncooperative tax jurisdiction. Ministry of Education seeks to eradicate stigma associated with the Creole language. And Dominican cyclist Kohat Baron leaves for Italy on Friday for training. The details coming up.
Your old tablet? That's so 2020. Get a Samsung A7 tablet from Flow for only $99 when you sign up for a new All-In or All-In Plus bundle. Enjoy faster broadband speeds to surf and stream, more TV channels in HD to stay entertained, and unlimited flow-to-flow fixed minutes to stay in touch with everyone you love. So sign up today for a new bundle from Flow. Visit discoverflow.co for more information. Terms and conditions apply.
We are strong, we are resilient, and we will get through this together. But these are stressful times, and it's important to also practice good self-care. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or afraid, but there is hope. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, stay in touch with your community, and know that you are not alone. We're in this together. This is a public service announcement from the Dominica Red Cross.
Flow helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 700 local anywhere calls and texts, with the always-on prepaid plan, all for $29. Keep your number when you switch to Dominica's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
An OECD Global Forum working group to be implemented to respond to the OECD's listing of Dominica as an uncooperative tax jurisdiction. Attorney General Levi Peters says the group comprises officials of the Ministry of Finance, the Attorney General's Chambers, and the Ministry for National Security. The group will work on the implementation of an action plan and spearhead all other technical matters related to the OECD and the Global Forum on transparency and exchange of information for tax purposes.
That group had already begun work with the Global Forum. However, Cabinet is of the view that their assignment should be formalized. An action plan has been prepared with the assistance of the Global Forum Secretariat, and that action plan was also approved by Cabinet today. In keeping with our commitment to ensure compliance with the European Union Code of Conduct best practices, Dominica is required to make several changes to its legislative and administrative framework, which will align our domestic procedures and practices with what is required by the EU Code of Conduct grouping on tax matters. Once all the outstanding matters are addressed, Dominica will be in a position to request a supplementary review of its ratings. We are very optimistic that we will be delisted following the next meeting of the Council of Ministers of the European Parliament, which is expected to be held in September of 2021.
The EU Taxation Council said Dominica was included in the EU list as it received a partially compliant rating from the Global Forum and has not yet resolved this issue. Dominica has consistently taken action to improve its rating with the Global Forum.
In 2018, Dominica was given a compliant rating following its Phase 1 peer review and was removed from the EU listing. The Phase 2 peer review for Dominica was conducted in October 2020, and the findings were reported to the government on December 22, 2020. The reviewers rated Dominica as partially compliant. Following receipt of the partially compliant rating, the government requested assistance from the Global Forum Secretariat to address the deficiencies. Work with the Forum began in January 2021. There is consensus between Dominica and the Global Forum on the way forward.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education Chandler Hyacinth says there is a lot of work to be done to eradicate the stigma associated with the Creole language. Hyacinth, who was speaking at a Creole symposium on Wednesday, says the negative mentality of some which is associated with the Creole language makes it difficult to teach the language to school-aged children.
We still notice that the language the acceptance of the language is still a difficulty. We still have stigmas, we still have challenges, we still have persons who still do not accept Creole and the teaching of Creole to their, especially by parents, to their children. So there's a lot of work we have to do in terms of changing people's mindsets, changing people's attitudes towards Creole language and Creole language instruction.
The Permanent Secretary identified other challenges towards developing a robust Creole language curriculum for the education system.
There's still a lot we have to do to help to make Creole language come alive and providing engaging, meaningful activities for our students. And there's a lot of scope with the development of the Creole language in Dominica in a number of areas. There's a lot of scope for research in Creole language. There's a lot of work to be done in terms of creating and developing pedagogical tools to teach Creole. There's still some work to do in terms of standardizing some aspects of the Creole. And even to find Creole textbooks that can support an academic program in our schools.
A new initiative to promote the Creole language in schools has officially been launched. Here is Andrea Louis with more.
The announcement of the 5-minute pause for the Creole cause by Minister for Education Octavia Alfred. Alfred was addressing a Creole symposium organized by the Ministry of Education, Creole Heartbeat Magazine, UWI Open Campus, and the National Youth Council. The Education Minister says the new initiative will target both primary and secondary schools.
For now, a simple 2-page guide will be ready to be sent to the schools by the end of this term. This will be directed at 2 levels, primary and secondary. The document will be used by all schools to conduct a simple program called a 5-minute pause for the Creole cause. This program will be conducted in term 3. All schools will be given the option to choose when their 5 minutes will be, but the entire school must pause at the same time. School will use the simple guide to engage the students daily for 5 minutes in Creole exercises.
Minister Alfred is hopeful to see results of this initiative by the end of the 2020-2021 academic year.
By June, all of our students should be able to hold a basic Creole conversation. Bonjour, ça qu'a fait? Moi là, pas trop mal. Et ou même? Moi bien. Non, moi c'est. Moi ka rester avec maman, moi avec grand-maman, moi. Simple. No writing yet. No writing. No spelling about accent, Guavan accent, or the rest of it. Just oral language, conversational, and singing a few songs.
Educators were encouraged to get on board with the program to promote the Creole language in schools.
If we are serious, let's move on, because we have dwelt in this month for too long. It is time to move forward. Therefore, I take pleasure in launching the 5-minute pause for the Creole cause, which will begin at all schools in term 3. I challenge you tonight, and trust me, I will be fully involved.
The topic of Wednesday's symposium was Language and Culture Preservation, the Impact of Creole on Dominica's Education System.
Chairman of the National Reparations Committee has thrown his support behind the nomination of the Black Lives Matter movement for a Nobel Peace Prize. Here's Andrea Louis with more.
Earlier this year, the Black Lives Matter movement, BLM, was nominated for the 2021 Nobel Peace Prize for the way its call for systemic change has spread around the world. According to the Norwegian MP who nominated the BLM, the movement had forced countries outside of the United States to grapple with racism within their own societies. Dr. Damian Dublin, who heads the National Reparations Committee, says he fully supports the nomination of the Black Lives Matter movement for the Nobel Peace Prize.
it's perceived that America is the bastion of democracy, but what came out from the Black Lives Matter is the how would I say, the inequalities under the guise of democracy just because of the color. Democracy exists, but black people are treated differently from white people within that same democratic framework. So that movement was tremendous, and it brought what the Black Lives Movement did. It brought all the black civil rights movement from all what happened from that time. People start to realize that what Martin Luther King and all the others were talking about, this it manifested, and then the realization that it's still happening in this century. So I would fully support that.
Other nominees for the Peace Prize include Alexei Navalny, a critic of Russian President Vladimir Putin, exiled Belarusian opposition leader, and 2 other Belarusian democratic activists. The Black Lives Matter movement was put into action following the killing of George Floyd in May last year. 9 months following the incident, Dr. Dublin says the ripple effect of George Floyd's death continue to be felt.
The impact this has had cannot be minimized, because what the George Floyd issue did and the Black Lives movements, it brought to the fore a lot of issues that people knew about, spoken about, but it just gave it a whole global reach, because the reaction of the world, I mean, both in countries that majority white people, to that whole movement, because it was coupled with, besides the whole racial inequalities, it just brought out the whole negative aspect that was being tried to be kept under the carpet. But and I think right now with that awareness, it is ongoing, and it has impacted the reparations movement too.
The winner of the 2021 Nobel Peace Prize will be announced in October, with the prize-giving ceremony taking place in December. Andrea Louis, Channel 5 News.
You are watching Channel 5 News. We'll have more after this.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited Flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 120 channels and 29 in HD. All for $160 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better. Your old tablet? That's so 2020. Get a Samsung A7 tablet from Flow for only $99 when you sign up for a new All-In or All-In Plus bundle. Enjoy faster broadband speeds to surf and stream, more TV channels in HD to stay entertained, and unlimited flow-to-flow fixed minutes to stay in touch with everyone you love. So sign up today for a new bundle from Flow. Visit discoverflow.co for more information. Terms and conditions apply.
We are strong, we are resilient, and we will get through this together. But these are stressful times, and it's important to also practice good self-care. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or afraid. But there is hope. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, stay in touch with your community, and know that you are not alone. We're in this together. This is a public service announcement from the Dominica Red Cross.
A new general manager for the Dominica Export-Import Agency, Dexia. Cabinet's approval of Paula Platsko's contract this week means Ms. Platsko will succeed Gregor Thomas, who is retiring after 20 years at Dexia. Ms. Platsko's appointment begins the 1st of March.
Ms. Platsko is not new to the agency, since she functioned in different capacities at Dexia for the past 11 years. The more recent of which was as accountant and also as officer in charge whenever the present manager was out on vacation. Ms. Platsko holds a master's degree in business administration, in general management, and a Bachelor of Science in management studies. She is proficient in project management, ISO 9000, and total quality management. as general manager, she will have overall management responsibility for the operations of the agency, including the multi-purpose pack houses in Roseau and Portsmouth. She will be responsible for the development of the agency's work program based on the ISO 9000 procedures and the preparation of the annual budgets in accordance with the objectives of the work program. The government of Dominica looks forward to continuing the work with Miss Paula Plasko, particularly in her new position as the general manager of Dexia. She also came highly recommended by the Board of Management of Dexia. The present general manager, Mr. Gregor Thomas, will end his tenure of over 2 decades at Dexia, and on behalf of the government and the people of Dominica, I extend special thanks to him for steering the organization throughout its tenure. I wish him well in his future endeavors.
The Housing Loans Board received cabinet approval this week to disburse a $2 million grant through unsecured loans to public sector employees who qualify. The EC $5.4 million revolving loan fund will operate under the Enhanced Direct Access EDA project funded by the Green Climate Fund GCF. Loan disbursement is expected to commence in the first quarter of 2021.
The loans shall be provided at a rate of 2% per annum, and loans shall be non-collateralized, unsecured, and loans will be for persons working within the public sector who qualify for funding through the Government Housing Loans Board. No single loan shall exceed 200,000 EC dollars or 5% of the entire portfolio of the revolving fund program. Now, eligible activities for financing under the fund will include the following. 1. Water management to include storage, irrigation, septic systems, water-efficient appliances, and others. 2. Climate-smart buildings to include roof insulation, green roofs, safe rooms and bunkers. 3. Flooding control. 4. Erosion control. 5. Structural adjustments that increase climate change resilience, and that would include also roof reinforcements and hurricane shelters. 6. Health and vector control to include mosquito screens and indoor ventilation. And 7. Renewable energy systems, including solar heating and cooling systems, solar energy systems, skylights, and also energy-efficient appliances.
Further details on this revolving loan fund can be obtained from the Government Housing Loans Board. And in sports, a very proud day for cycling, Olympic sports and sports on a whole in Dominica. That's how Public Relations Officer of the Dominica Cycling Association, Chester Leta, described the opportunity for Kohath Baron to race internationally. This opportunity could place Kohath on a path to becoming a pro athlete.
The sport of cycling, in terms of when we got it going some 4 or 5 years ago, this is the day we have really been looking for. This is the moment we have been looking for, where we could take a young man from scratch, little background about well, no background about cycling. He rode his little bicycle when he was younger, but no background in cycling whatsoever, and he could actually reach a level where we can actually see in the horizon a possible pro athlete. I remember when there was a particular race we did, and coming towards the end of the race, for his first time, Kohath actually ended up on my back wheel. And he passed me, and towards the end of the race, I passed him back and I edged him out. And right after I crossed the finish line, I made a statement and I said, this day, this moment, I'm going to enjoy beating Kohath for my last time. Because I saw something in this young man that I mean, I played sports all my life, and I know what, in sports terms, what a killer is, what the Mamba type is. And I could see it in him, and it was just a matter of him. In my sports years playing basketball, the most competitive person I'd ever played against was actually his father. He was the only person I could never guard in basketball. He was not on my team, but that's how it was. And Koath has taken that DNA, and he has worked very, very hard. And he's a natural, but he still had to work very hard. And we see him winning a lot of races. And he has won races outside of Dominica as well. And it just took coaches, it didn't take coaches very long to identify Koath. They saw his makeup, they saw his numbers, they saw his determination, his mindset, and just like that, they took him.
President of the Cycling Association says the Olympic Committee plays a critical role in keeping the sport of cycling alive.
I want to again thank everybody for being here, and I know Koath will make us proud. Again, let me say there are two phases to Koath through what I call pro opportunity. There is the 3 months that he will leave hopefully by tomorrow, and he'll have a 3 months trial. And if he performs at a level that the team is impressed, and that is the team ZAP, I believe, ZAPP Cycling Club, based in Italy, is impressed, he will get the opportunity to extend that training. And of course, you may wonder, okay, if he's overseas and he's training, whether or not he will be able to participate in any event that we are having, not in Dominica, but if it's on the international scale or the Commonwealth Games or something like that, he will be getting that time off to perform. I have no doubt that Mr. Barron Jr., not senior, I will meet him on the track, but the junior will make us proud because he is fitted with discipline. And I think that is the fundamental element that you need prior to anything. You need that level of discipline. So I want to, again, take this opportunity to thank the DOC further for assisting us and all those who support us in one way or the other. I look forward to a bright future this year, 2021, for cycling, but I also wish Koath well, he and his family, and God bless. Thank you so much.
Charles says Koath is what you get when you combine proper parenting with discipline. Koath Barron, who leaves Dominica on Friday, says he's looking forward to making Dominica proud.
I would firstly like to thank God for this opportunity, as it has always been my passion to train and race internationally. And now that I'm given the opportunity, I feel very honored to be on Zappy Racing Team. I know that it is going to be hard work, but I am looking forward to working with my team and learning more from my coaches to develop myself in the sport. Nothing comes easy in life. It is through hard work and determination that one can be successful. Success starts with your mindset, and a positive mindset is one of the attributes of successful people. I can remember when I just began riding and finding it very difficult to hold on to Mr. Chester later back wheel with the goal to catch Mr. Hayden Mills, who was always leading the race. But as time flew by, I trained hard, and my goal was to pass Mr. Later and beat Mr. Mills next season, and that is exactly what happened. My point is, it is not how you start, but how you finish. I am very happy to go out there and try my best to make my country proud. In closing, I would like to thank God again for this opportunity, because without Him, none of this would be possible. Secondly, I would like to send a special thank you to Mr. Jeffrey Kelsick and Sean Weathered up in Antigua, who introduced me to the coaches and started this whole process. I would like to give a huge thank you to Mr. Billy Doctor personally, along with the Dominica Olympic Committee, for ensuring that my trip and everything is possible. I would also like to thank the Dominica Cycling Association and all the cyclists, especially the members of the Street Falcons Club, who raced and pushed me throughout the years to become a better cyclist. A special thanks to my family, friends, and my fans, to include Mr. and Mrs. Boyd, who have supported me throughout the years and always cheering me on. I would like to thank the coaches and Zappy Racing team for this opportunity to be able to train and further myself in the sport.
Flow helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 700 local anywhere calls and texts with the always-on prepaid plan, all for $29. Keep your number when you switch to Dominica's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
We are strong, we are resilient, and we will get through this together. But these are stressful times, and it's important to also practice good self-care. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or afraid, but there is hope. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, stay in touch with your community, and know that you are not alone. We're in this together. This is a public service announcement from the Dominica Red Cross.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited Flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 120 channels and 29 in HD, all for $160 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better. Your old tablet? That's so 2020. Get a Samsung A7 tablet from Flow for only $99 when you sign up for a new all-in or all-in plus bundle. Enjoy faster broadband speeds to surf and stream, more TV channels in HD to stay entertained, and unlimited flow-to-flow fixed minutes to stay in touch with everyone you love. So sign up today for a new bundle from Flow. Visit discoverflow.co for more information. Terms and conditions apply.
To end the news, a look at the headlines again. Dominica puts in place an OECD Global Forum working group in response to the country's listing as an uncooperative tax jurisdiction. Ministry of Education seeks to eradicate stigma associated with the Creole language. And Dominican cyclist Kohat Baran leaves for Italy on Friday for training. You may access the news on our YouTube channel. On behalf of the production team, I am Julian Morris. Thank you for watching. Join us tomorrow.